The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. Y'all, it's been one of those weeks, y'all, but we gonna hang in there. You know, there's a Monique out there acting crazy, and it's not the Monique that we talking about, child. And we got some issues going on with R. Kelly, some updates on him, but we got the legendary, amazing Jamaica Jatoya on today. So let me just go ahead and let you know now, if you're sensitive, if your ears hurt, if you're church and holy, don't watch this. Viewer discretion is advised. All that and more with my boy Kyrie right here on Pyro Power Hour. Happy Friday, you guys. We are back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour. I'm your boy Kwame, joined by the handsome, the melanated proficient, my brother from another mother, Kyrie Sinaj. Good morning, my brother.
Hey, how's everyone doing today on this Friday?
God, you look clear and concise. Your internet's working. Praise God. We want to thank the Lord for the cash apps coming through to help my brother out.
Don't do it.
I love you, bro. Happy Friday, you guys.
You were red because I was wearing red. Is that it?
See? Good morning, you guys. Let's see is in the comment. Volvo to love. Thank you so much for joining, Cookie. Thank you so much. Hey, LaFrance. Good morning, Sean. Hey, Sean. Hey,
oh, Lord.
Hey, Brian. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Lalanda, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. And you guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's been a little bit of a crazy morning, so I did not get a chance to let the community know. If y'all could go ahead and send some love and let the people know that Jamaica Jatoya is on here. And y'all know if you're part of the right. Listen, I already said it at the beginning. I'm gonna let you know right now, and I want to let production know over at Pyro Power Hour or Pyro Media Network. Don't worry about editing this. This is not going on Bullet and Flight Radio. This episode is not going on Bullet and Flight Radio. It's not Christian. It's not gonna be one of those things. We're gonna be reading people for filth, and Jamaica Jatoya does not have a filter, and that's why he on here. Praise God. All right, so it's gonna be one for the books. Hey, James, good morning. Dr. Holt, long time no see, y'all.
Welcome
hey,
back.
Bill. Hey, y'all. I've been so busy, so damn busy. Sometimes I wish I had went to school for education. Look at Kyrie, all clear. Dr. Holt. It's too early.
I knew you had something to say. I knew it.
But we want to thank you guys. And you guys, if you guys can do us a quick favor, if you can't send us a cash app, which is not a problem at all, there's a little button right down there that says like. Go ahead and hit that like button. It is completely free, and it does us a huge service to the network. So we really appreciate if you would consider subscribing as well if you have not done so already. So we appreciate you. So listen, we're gonna get into a couple of things. I don't even want to waste time. What about you, Kyrie? Do you want to waste time? We want to just bring them on in here.
It's too hot. Yeah.
Listen, it's a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about, and we cannot. Let me tell y'all something. I personally am a huge fan of this person because I believe that authenticity and being real and raw is such a rare thing up in this world nowadays. So when people are real, raw, and just completely 100% themselves, it is a huge thing for me. So I love this person so much. I follow this person. I love what they do and just the presence that they hold. So it's a very powerful energy that this person has. So I want to introduce to some and I don't know why I'm introducing it. This person's a legend.
My
Legend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Pyro Power Hour screens and stage, Jamaica Jator.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Yes! Oh, we starting already, Jamaica?
Hold on. It's too early. The bitches are reading this early in the morning. What the fuck was all the disclaimers? What? I said, wait a minute.
Listen.
I know Pyro Media is some real put together shit.
Thank you so much.
But did y'all bitches make a special disclaimer with fire and hell coming out saying viewer discretion and what?
Yeah.
What?
We have to. We
You
have
know,
to.
you know.
And not just his mouth, everybody's mouth. Okay, of our media network. We got to be careful.
Because you know, Miss Mama Thais, I call her Mrs. Garrett from.
Y'all, if anybody for the tie toy, please bring Mama up in here. Please bring Brother up in here. Let her know.
I call her that behind her back. You know how you give a bitch a nickname and they don't know about it? And other people start calling them that too, and then they get wind of it and they like the name, and you go, girl, it's really a Reed.
It's hilarious. Oh, did we lose you first? Okay.
Yeah, I brought my iPad on.
Oh, okay, so you fixed your Cricket Wireless?
Don't do that.
So Jamaica, how are you doing today?
I'm high.
I see.
This early in the morning. Okay. Wake and bake.
Listen, this is the West Coast, okay?
It's a lot to deal with life these days for some of us, and this is my one vice. I have no other ones. I have no interest. Although I do like that Crown Royal apple.
Try the peach.
She saves the day. She tastes like dick.
Ooh.
She's just it's the best thing.
I don't know where you buy yours from. I ain't had nothing that good, but it's good.
Yes, everybody come on in. Rochelle, my bell, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you, boo-boo. Good morning,
Rochelle.
Good morning, Titan. Y'all, check out Titan Capri's Titan in the morning. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't ask me, I forget. I think he's in Houston, so I think it's like 8:30 for him. I don't know time.
I don't know him, but I just recently got wind of him. I like him.
Yeah, Titan's awesome. Titan's a really,
I like him.
He's a beautiful heart. Mm-hmm. Love him. Miss you, boo. Love you, brother. All right, so much is gonna be happening today. We got a lot going on. I am running the board here, so bear with me as I'm getting it all together. But first and foremost, we want to go ahead and thank our sponsor, one of our sponsors, The Coldest Water. The Coldest Water is offering offering our audience an exclusive discount on all of their products on their website. You can go to The Coldest Water, or actually use the link that I'm about to give you. Don't just go to the website. Use the link, or you can use this QR code. And if you are watching this from a actual mobile device and you're not able to click on the link or use your mobile device, you can go ahead and click on this link that I'm putting in the comments at the moment. If you are listening, well, you're not going to be listening to this episode on Bull in Flight because Jamaica Jator is on here and we can't. And
if you using the same Wi-Fi that Kwame got, bitch, don't bother.
What do you mean? Me? Oh, you talking about Kyrie? Oh, okay, yeah. Don't.
I told you I smoke weed. Goddamn it!
My Wi-Fi is on point.
Is it?
You can see me, can't you? You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, now praise God. All right, we thank God for deliverance.
Okay.
We love you, Kyrie.
Love is in the building.
Yes! The official Titan support. Hey, sorry I'm late. This rain is divine. Yes, Eddie. Listen.
The rain is divine. That means he laid up with something.
Good morning, Mrs. Garrett.
Y'all better stop. Listen, I cannot deal with y'all.
Sometimes Thaisa call me on the phone and we get our cackle in, bitch. We get sick in.
Well, we're gonna be going in on this episode. I'm so excited. So before we get into what's going on, we're gonna go ahead and get into what's happening today. Now, you guys, disclaimer: I don't write the any of this stuff, so just bear with me, okay? If it's a palm-colored person that wrote it, just know that it wasn't Kwame. Praise God. All right, you guys. Today is National Tortilla Chip Day. Tortilla chips are initially an afterthought, a simple snack made with leftover tortillas. But these crispy triangles of deliciousness soon became a nationwide sensation, and each February 24th, we celebrate these salty snacks with National Tortilla Chip Day. Whether you eat yours plain or dip them in a spicy salsa, tortilla chips bring the fiesta to any occasion. Happy National Tortilla Chips Day.
Bitch, who's coming up with these goddamn days?
I'm telling people, you already know.
National Coffee Cake Day, National Donut Day, National Bitch Pay Me My Money Please Day, Bitch Best Friend Day, Best Red Shirt Day. It's too fucking much. It's too much. Bitch, nachos is convenient when the ice cream truck go by and you either get the chili Fritos or that bullshit right there, not the olives and the green. You don't want to eat that from the ice cream truck.
It's healthy.
National Nacho Day. What bored bitch? I think the same person that's making up these days is the same bitch that invented carrot raisin salad. I believe that.
I believe
But
it.
I want to. But wait a minute. Go back. When is Bitch Pay Me My Money Day? Because there's a couple of bitches.
October 1st for me.
People owe some money.
And one bitch I owe some money to, she tried me.
Ooh.
Now, if I owe you a coin, bitch, maybe I forgot. Remind me. Don't try to front me at a function. I owe that bitch $138. And she was right. I did owe her. I just kind of forgot. The bitch brought it up and started reading me. So I went to Chase Bank and I got $138 worth of nickels, bitch. And I put them in a Ziploc bag and I dropped them off on her porch with a note. I wrote it in a crayon, bitch, because I felt childish doing it. And I said, have fun at the coin fairy faggot. You right string. Right, you pull the right string, but the wrong color yo-yo.
Oh my God.
I would have been evil. $130, baby.
I cannot deal with you, Jamaica. Yeah, if you guys are listen, I want to make sure my mom is not listening. Mom, if you're listening, tune out right now.
If who's listening?
My mother.
Mom, let me check. Go grab your Bible. 2 Corinthians verses 2 through 16. They'll get you through this, bitch, because I have read that. Mama Corvette, go cut on a course show or something. This ain't for you.
Oh my God. You guys, today's birthday of the day goes to O'Shea Jackson Jr., aka OMG, is an American actor and rapper. He is the oldest son of the rapper Ice Cube and portrayed him in the 2015 biopic Straight Outta Compton, which was his feature film debut. Jackson was born in Los Angeles, California, to O'Shea Jackson Sr., better known as Ice Cube, and Kimberly Woodruff. Jackson was raised in the San Fernando Valley and is the first child of four. He has two younger brothers, Daryl and Sharif, and a younger sister, Karima. Daryl is also a rapper under the name Doughboy, which is a nickname of the character his father portrayed in his first film, Boys in the Hood.
One of the nicest people I've ever met.
Ice Cube.
I work for. Some people don't know my background. I used to be John Singleton's assistant, his executive assistant. So through all the travels in those movies and the events that you attend, you get to meet people and watch people's kids grow up. Like I watched Ian, Regina King's daughter grow up. I don't know Holly Berry, but through my friendship with Vivica, I got to watch Nala, Eric Benet's daughter, grow up into a grown woman. So I've been in the entertainment industry for 30 years. So it's a mate to Sheena Arnold's baby grow up, in front of me. And he was one of them.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
Hey, Michelle.
Hold on. Pause. We need to. Hold on. Stop the music. ATL Torres, let me explain something to you. This is none other than the Jamaica Jatoy. I want to make sure we're clear on this. Okay? No shade to anybody else. Okay, but this is the Jamaican Toy. Okay.
No, I thought he was talking about O'Shea Jackson. He's talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're gonna move on. I just want.
Wait, I smoke weed. What did you do?
The Kwame in the reading mood. Kwame.
I was saying that O'Shea.
Right. I thought so.
Okay.
Choice. I got you.
Okay.
No, I was saying that his son is one of the kids that I watch grow up.
No, I heard you. I just saw the comment. I got confused.
Oh,
okay. My bad, ATL.
I was a Jamaica don't look nothing like Storm. Now O'Shea, at a glance, you would think that was Storm. Yeah.
Hey Michelle, how you doing?
Who is Storm? Hey Michelle. Michelle is one. I don't even know her. When I tell you, Michelle will send you a motherfucking blessing when you need it. You just look up and she sends you an inbox and just say that she praying for you. And I don't know that woman.
I love
but I know who she is through Thais, and I'm appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to get that little shout out.
Yeah, Michelle Holly is everything. We love you, girl. We love you, girl.
Yeah.
Now, say him. Oh, I thought you said something, Kyrie. I'm sorry.
No, I said to Michelle. I said I love you, niece.
Okay. All right. So Michelle Jackson Jr. It's today's birthday, but it's also Daniel Kaluuya's birthday, who is a British actor and writer who was nominated for the Academy Award, Golden Globe, Screen Actors Guild Award, and BAFTA Award for Best Actor for his leading role as Chris Washington in the 2017 Washington. I can't even finish.
You ever sucked a dick and took it out your mouth and looked at it and said, "How many calories is this?"
I'm leaving.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, I want to suck it from the back. I want to suck it from the back. I do. You can tell him I can't fight. Don't hit me. I can't fight.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Dan Kaluuya don't do it for me like that.
He don't have to. Well, my face being a pillow, so what his face look like don't matter. He just sexy to me.
No. I'm not saying I'll kick him out my bed. I'm just saying he don't do it for me like that.
I could not. That was too much.
Wait a minute. So let's have some fun here. Who is your secret crush that you know is not cute at all, but for some reason you find them sexy? I'll give you mine.
Oh, that's good.
I'll give you mine. For some reason, Forrest Whitaker. And probably because I met him and he was he's the teddy bear that you think of Ruben Studdard or Gerald Levert. I just got moist in a place I should not be.
I don't know. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. What about you, Kyrie?
Well, the one person that I think, but nobody else seems to think they're cute is Ludacris.
I
don't think he's ugly. I just he wouldn't be my first choice.
Oh wow, no, man.
See, and then me, I'm a chubby chaser. I've always been attracted to bigger Gerald Levert, not like Fat Joe. That's a little too big for me. I do have a limit, but it don't scare me. Like Rick Ross with his shirt off, I like that. I like that tight. I like that. Muscles and shit. I still suck it now. I may need a pack of cigarettes or something.
Okay. All right. Let's get into today.
Like DJ Khaled. So you like DJ Khaled?
Yes. People like that. DJ Sus. That type.
DJ Sus?
DJ Sus that's on the Sherry Show.
Oh, okay.
He's cute. He's cute.
Okay. Well, let's get into the viral moment for this week.
We got viral moments. Come on, bitch. What's viral?
This is what's been going viral, and it's been hilarious. When I saw this version of it, it's been going out around in different ways, but when I saw this version, I thought it was like, this is perfect. Check it out.
These BBLs killing y'all. And the thighs don't match. Well. Turn to your neighbor and say, these BBLs killing y'all.
It's the music for me. It was the music for me. I could not. What is going on with the world? Like, y'all, ladies, listen. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their bodies. Like, it's your choice, but it just doesn't.
You don't need all. Yeah.
You don't need it, y'all. Y'all don't need that. It's not necessary.
You blacks kill me, but y'all some talented motherfuckers. I'm biracial, I can say that. I'm using my Latino privilege. You blacks are some talented motherfuckers, but
oh my God.
Sometimes I look at people and I go, it's not polite. I always break the rules. Please know that about me. I break the rules. I have no filter, but it comes from a heart and a good place. And you may not always like my delivery, but if you listen to the message, you'll get it.
Catch it.
Right. Sometimes the delivery is fucked up. I'm fucked up, but the message is clear. Sometimes we know that it's rude to stare. But bitch, how could I not?
Hey Sean, how are you?
And I'm not trying to fight you in the Waffle House and be on YouTube.
Oh my God.
Especially, and it's always an ugly bitch that you know can fight, and I can't fight. And ugly bitches. Have you ever seen two ugly bitches fight? That's some entertainment shit. They don't give a fuck about their face. Them bitches can fight. I got about 3 or 4 windmills in me, bitch. And that's it. You win. I don't have time. And in my face, I do movies and commercials and viral shit. I can't be fucked up because you over there looking like Holiday Heart and you want to fight me in a Waffle House, bitch. You won. You won, bitch. Grand prize.
Keep
Grand prize. You won't get this, bitch.
Speaking of viral moments, we want to also thank our sponsor, the Audible. Look at Kyrie's husband.
Yeah, that's
he's lit. Oh my God!
Back down, Jamaica. Back down.
Yeah, that's Kyrie's husband, who is listening to one of our sponsors, Audible.com. Okay, Audible.com is an Amazon company, and fortunately, Pyro Media has partnered up with with Audible to provide you guys with a 30-day free trial of their Audible Premium Plus subscription for our audience exclusively. So what you get is 1 credit or 2 credits if you're a Prime member, and good for any premium selection titles you like. Yours to keep as long as you keep that account. The Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals, and you can listen to all of that all you want. No credits needed. A friendly. What's going on? You got to meet yourself, bro. You okay? Okay. A friendly email will be sent to you before your trial ends, so you guys don't have to worry about getting any of those things and having them charge you if you don't want to keep it. But trust me, I think it's a great investment. I listen to all of my stuff through that, and if you guys are listening, you guys can use the QR code that's in here, or you can use the link that I just put in there. Are you okay, Jamaica?
I need y'all to put my Cash App up. My light bill just came. Look at this shit.
Oh my God! Not you putting it on.
Wait.
You don't need to put your girl.
Turn some of them lights off.
What is wrong with you?
I'm out here just got to check. I was
like, what's happening? Stay with us, Jamaica.
No, my invisible friend that visits me when I'm high was asking me, did Kyrie just read me? And I was like, yeah, bitch, I feel like I...
No, I did not.
He did.
You did. It's okay.
But it's $2,120.76.
Did you live in a palace?
Right.
What a palace? What the?
It's a big house. Three
What are you
bedrooms.
using a time machine? What are you doing, girl?
I'm gonna tell you the best way to get a bill paid. Listen up, people. Listen up, because I got love for all of you, especially my lettuce, gay, bacon, tomato, quinoa family. If you ever find yourself in a bind and you need some money, stop borrowing chunks of money. People don't have it like that. The best way to come up is if you need $80, you call 80 bitches and borrow $1. Or find you 10 bitches and get $8. Do your own math. Okay. So I'm about to go to 2,120 friends, bitch, and get $1. And you know, one always don't have $1. They say, here, take this 5. Thank you, because 4 bitches is not gonna reply. Thank you.
We're taking a
Good
break.
night.
We gotta take a break. We'll be right back with Jamaica Joy. You guys, stay tuned. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let people know. Bring them on in. We got a lot more, and we're gonna get into what's going on after this. We got a lot of mess to talk about. Hang in there.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
And we're black by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate you. We are here with the legendary Jamaica Joy, and we got a lot to talk about, okay? But before we do that, before we get into the hot mess that is what's going on, we want to thank our sponsor, Pyro Media Productions, the people that put this all together. Thank you to the team out there. And remember, as a note, this episode production team, Deontay, Samuel, don't even worry about it. It's a job. Don't even worry about editing it, because we're not sending it over to Bullet and Fright. It's just not going to happen. Bullet and Fright
Send it.
Bullet and Fright is also our other sponsor, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. Your Story, Our Station. Definitely check them out. And guess what today is, y'all? Today on Bullet and Flight Radio.
It's not your day. You just told us.
No, it is.
It's another day.
It's another day. It's called Dance Party Fridays, right here on Bullet and Flight Radio. That's right. It's Dance Party Fridays every Friday right there on Bullet and Flight Radio. You can go to www.bulletandflightradio.com. Check them out. It is the jams. All right, you guys.
They some good house music.
They do.
Jamaica loves house music.
Jamaica, I think you would enjoy Bullet and Flight Radio. You should check it out. Go to bulletandflightradio.com. It's free. It's free.
But I say send this episode to Bullet and Flight. The Saints need to shake up.
We're gonna get into that because I have some words. It's been a Saint crazy week this week. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna get into it though. All right, you guys, let's get on into what's going on. Oh God.
Are you ready?
I believe I could go to jail. So a federal judge in Chicago sentenced R. Kelly to an additional year behind bars, on top of the 30 years he's already spending in prison due to a previous conviction. On Thursday, U.S. District Judge Harry Lionweber, sentenced the I Believe I Can Fly singer 56 to 20 years in prison after he was found guilty of 3 counts of producing child pornography and 3 counts of enticing a minor into criminal sexual activity. However, the judge said he could serve 19 of those years concurrently with the sentence he is currently serving for a federal racketeering conviction in New York. After he completes his sentence for the New York conviction, he has to serve 1 more year for his Chicago conviction. Any words?
I still want to know how he got more time than Harvey Weinstein, but he ain't going to.
You know why? Do we really have to explain why?
Well, yeah, I get it.
My opinions when it comes to entertainment, and again, I have no filter and I think much differently than other people, so I ask that you respect my opinion because I damn sure respect yours. I have a hard time with this whole cancel culture, white versus black, crime shit. I'm not gonna stop liking R. Kelly. I had a chance to work with R. Kelly when John Singleton directed the remake of Shaft in New York, and he did the score on the soundtrack. I didn't see any young girls. That is his private business. We know that fetishes exist. He got caught. I'm not going to turn off R. Kelly. That is still some shit that's going to come on to get old people out of their chairs at Chicago stepping music. And I like the enjoyment of watching elderly people do that. I don't know. I come to a point where I have become selfish because I have been through so much. And my life and my health, I was a 30-year survivor of full-blown AIDS, and then having anal cancer on top of being brutally raped at gunpoint and contracting HPV from it. I became selfish. So the Michael Jacksons and Kim K and Krishan and Blueface and R. Kelly, I just go damn and keep it going. My mind has to be focused at all times. I got a lot of shit going on, and my mental is everything. I would never sit there and type a whole page. I don't give a fuck about T.I., Boosie, Young Thug, the Rico case. I have no opinion. Now, if you want one to spice up a show, bitch, I'll give you one because all of them is stupid.
Now, I agree with Anastasia. Paget.
What? If this man stay in jail one more day, why are they not putting the parents in jail for taking?
And then one thing, okay, it's with me. It's like we pick and choose. Okay, we so been wrapped up in this R. Kelly shit for like 5 years now, and then the documentaries didn't help. But did we forget that Tiny and T.I. had some bitches just locked up in the basement that's under investigation? Well, we keep wanting to talk about Chris Brown and Chris Brown and Chris Brown. Listen here, I'm a Rihanna fan. God bless your billionaire ass bitch. But I'm going to tell you what I feel about you. And if you feel like you want to fight, I'll fight you. I'll fight you, bitch. I feel like I got my windmills can take you down. I'm not fighting your husband. I'll suck his dick, but I'm not fighting your husband. I'm tell you this. Rihanna, when the shit first broke, the first thing I thought was them Barbados and Trinidad, Tobago, them bitches from over there near Haiti, wherever that is. Y'all are violent people, and you're fighting me, bitch, and spitting on me while I'm driving, and we both been drinking, and I popped you in your goddamn eye. Okay, now we still talking about that? James Brown beat the shit out of every wife he had.
Well, now what happened?
But then we'll forgive the Ozzy Osbournes and the Charlie Sheens and the other people and the heavy metal people that was raping people on buses. What are we doing? What are we doing with this cancel culture? That was so disheartening to me for you to, when they stripped that boy of that 30th anniversary tribute for Michael Jackson. I was done with entertainment. I've been done with entertainment.
Since you brought it up, here's what I say. Well, Chris Brown didn't help himself when he beat up Carucci. That didn't help his case. No. But here's my thing, and I call it fake outrage. If you are making all this noise for Chris Brown, where is all this noise for Cardi B? Because Cardi B has admitted to drugging men and taking their belongings. Allegedly. But y'all ain't got nothing to say about that.
Like I say, we pick and choose. Chad Ochocinco head-butted Evelyn Lozado. But you took his whole career from him after this bitch was just on Ayanna asking her to fix her life.
But here's my.
But then when you watch Ray Rice beat the shit out of his girlfriend on the elevator on camera,
and spit on him.
But here's my thing, you guys. My issue is for me, two wrongs don't make a right. Like I'm in complete agreement with you that, you know, if a white person does it, it's just as bad as if a black person does it. I'm not knocking this. But what this man did, this man on the screen, what he did was, to me, unexcusable. Or inexcusable, rather.
It very much was.
But my point in saying all of that is, I'm not saying, and 150% agree with you. Kyrie and I have talked about it at length on this show about how when it seems very odd that when a Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or any of these other people, they get indicted or they get convicted or what have you, it just seems that they get more of the brunt of stuff compared to a Harry Weinstein or any of the other, or that guy from Seventh Heaven. Okay, I don't even think he had the guy from Seventh Heaven. I don't even remember his name. The one that played the dad on Seventh Heaven, the show, the Seventh Heaven.
And they didn't do nothing to that show.
Yeah, he didn't even get. I don't even think he got canceled. I don't even think he went to jail.
Because we're the only ones that cancel our own. Nobody else cancels.
Right. But at the same time, I don't want it to be a mistake because oftentimes we use that as an excuse to say, "Oh, well, that was just Uncle Poo Poo." And that's just what he does. You know,
if I could write a book about the shit, I've never signed an NDA. I just was a bitch that knew scene shit and just didn't run my fucking mouth because I like my job. I shut the fuck up. If I openly talked about the bullshit of entertainment, I understand drug use. I understand I understand suicide. I remember one time I had asked, because I had heard I'm 55 years old. So as a young person, I used to hear about Elvis Presley and young girls. I had heard this story about Jerry Lee Lewis. I used to think it was Jerry Lewis who did the muscular dystrophy marathon. I was 10 or 12 years old. I didn't know who a fucking Jerry Lee Lewis was, who married a 13-year-old girl. So I had heard about this stuff as I had got older, and I had just got really just disgusted. And again, I go back to it's the energy that we put into this kind of stuff. I look at it and it's sad, but it was like, okay, in entertainment, I remember, I asked John Singleton, we was in a legal meet, and some people had got up and walked out. There were some famous people there. Gabrielle Union was there. Cookie Johnson was there. Glenn Close was there. Some executives and stuff. And they had this really in-depth private conversation. And it was about the loophole that entertainment did for Roman Polanski. Now, if y'all don't know who Roman Polanski is, he's the famous director for Rosemary's Baby and some other shit, who did what he did, the same shit that they doing, the pedophilia shit, and they allowed him to escape to a non-extradition company and still release a film called The Piano, which Adrian Brody got nominated and won an Oscar for.
Yeah, there's definitely different rules, and I don't. Woody Allen, thank you, In the Rain, appreciate
sure
you.
It is. Woody
Allen married his adopted daughter.
Yeah, Mia Farrow. So like when I hear shit like that, or my heart really, I'm a person that TMZ is. I have to tolerate TMZ. I have to tolerate Jason Lee. I had to tolerate Wendy Williams because you want to know what's going on in the world, but you don't really care for the opinions about it. There just came a time when everything just became too much.
Well, I think for me, I get that. I understand, as someone who's been in reporting world and how news journalists are and media marketing and stuff like that. I get why this is a job, right? And so commentating is a job, and I think oftentimes people forget that, and they take a lot of what people say, especially if they don't have the credentials, and they say, people don't look at the brand. People look at the face in the brand. They want to relate to it, right? And so, for example, if Jamaica, if you had a clothing line, they're not looking at the clothes. They want to buy the clothes because they like Jamaica Jatoy. They're not watching Kyrie.
I have been approached. I'm not gonna lie and say several outlets because it ain't been several. I'm not a liar. Four different lucrative, with a comma, 5 digits, to start some sort of podcast because I had people lined up: Monique, Anthony Anderson, Vivica, Gabrielle, T.S. Madison, Flame Monroe, Sandra Bullock, Regina King, that were willing to do our interviews with me, unholds-barred, unfiltered, so that people can get to know another personal side of them. Bitch, I'm not gonna ever change. So you can't never, ever, ever. That's one problem. That's why me and Monique been friends for 27 years. Either you fuck with me or you don't. And if you fuck with me and my little idiosyncrasies, you can work around them, I'm a damn good friend.
Yeah.
Because in a relationship, there's some shit about our boyfriends that we really don't like, but we tolerate him because it's him. You know what I'm saying? Again, you don't like my delivery, but it's the message. And I just can't filter myself. So then you lose sponsorship. You lose sponsorships.
But at the same time, that's why you have to have your own.
Baby, let me tell you, I was in Atlanta. Let me tell you the story. I was in Atlanta.
Really quickly.
Let me show you about my filter.
Really quickly.
Okay, this filter. Why I don't have a filter. Real quick. I'm in Atlanta. They asked me to be on this panel about HIV awareness and all this other stuff. I done ate a gummy, smoked some weed, and probably looked in my purse and grabbed that flask of tequila and took a swig of her. Because when they got through talking on that panel and they came to me, now mind you, the mayor is there, the camera's there, Fox 5, everybody, I am on camera. And I said, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit because 3 of these panel members are on Grindr. Yeah, we already know HIV awareness. This is some bullshit. We know, we already aware. We got niggas on Twitter sucking dick, swallowing cum in bathroom stalls, snorting cocaine up their nose with no mask on, bitch.
On Twitter.
And not giving a fuck. So what are we doing here? It's hot. Y'all don't have no food. I'm hungry. I was saying this, and they snatched me.
Oh, baby, they pulled you off the stage.
and that's what
I don't have a filter. I don't have time for bullshit. Whoopi Goldberg told me one thing, and this is important. If anybody wastes 30 minutes of your time, usually the first 10 minutes, bitch, is your fault.
Well, that's a word. Say that again.
If anybody wastes 30 minutes of your motherfucking time, usually the first 10 minutes is your fault. Because you knew it was bullshit. You let it go. You kept letting it go. Now you irritated. I like weed. No, you ain't wasting my blunt, bitch.
I gotta jot that down.
Right, write that down. We're gonna make sure that's a clip, honey. All right.
Right. So if you don't like my peaches, bitch, don't shake my tree. The contract was lovely until I got to the fine print. I did go to school, bitch. I'm quite educated. I can't say this. And the sponsors may think this. Fuck you and your sponsors. I'm going to stay here on my Section 8 and collect these baby boy residuals and hair show residuals and bad boys 2 residuals and pick up this 10% of these motherfucking projects because I'm going to collect my food stamps because that's reparations, bitch. Judge me. Judge me. Judge me. Judge me.
Moving on to the next.
But do it privately because if I find out about it, bitch.
Hold on, Jamaica. We got to move on. Moving on to the next topic. We got protect our future. Now, this one is a Kyrie story. So, Kyrie, you were talking about, or this is brought up the elementary.
Oh God!
Students who
I'm so disgusted by this.
Hold on, Jamaica. The elementary school students who targeted Black classmates with horrifically racist drawings aren't being held accountable, despite multiple and other incidents of bigotry. So says the SoCal Schools PTA president. Let's take a look.
This was absolutely not a lesson given by any of the teachers at Pepper Tree Elementary. The children that handed these cards to the other students, this was absolutely on their own volition. So this was not anything organized. It was just the students. This was absolutely not organized. This was students that went home or at school, intentionally set out to hurt these Black students and targeted them.
How old were the kids giving these pictures to these kids?
The kids are 6th graders, and it's absolutely outrageous. The kids giving these cards were 6th graders, but not only is it cards, they're walking around campus calling kids monkeys and making monkey sounds And and if you zoom in close on the card, you can see that it says the group will be nice to you all month. So we all understand that a group is 3 or more. Okay, so 3 or more students are not only walking around calling kids monkeys and making monkey sounds, but they're also, drawing these racist, images and depicting like the most horrific parts of, American history. The school.
So for those who are not following up, Kyrie, you want to give them a background on what's going on with this?
Well, the school. Okay, so this school, I forgot the name of it, but the white children in the classes got together and they drew for Black History Month, drew pictures of monkeys, apes, and cotton pickers. That was some of the names, and gave them to the black children. And as you heard in the video, told them, "Well, we'll be nice to you for this month." And gave them those pictures right there. See, to my favorite cotton picker. So they picked certain students out and gave it to them.
It's disgusting.
Demeaning, but I blame the parents. I
blame everybody, Lottie.
Well, everybody, I mean, the kids, but because racism is taught, that's why I blame the parents.
Right. But I'm not even talking about the kids. I'm talking about just the parents, the school, for them to even allow.
Because the school allowed it, absolutely.
Right. And then In the Rain says, "How was it not organized? I'm confused."
The kids got together.
It's not. Okay, let me say this. This is one of the downfalls of watching the news, other than scrolling through Facebook and finding somebody that you just talked to died. That's just crushing. This morning, of course, I woke up early to be on time for the show. So I'm snatching and I cut on the news and I see this and it crushed my heart. It crushed my heart. I hear, and this is a lot of fault that a lot of problems that we as Black people have. We don't take accountability. We want to point the finger, and I'm not accusing Kwame. I'm not accusing Kyrie or anybody ever. That's not my place. But what do you do? What do you do? Whoever's fault it was, we know how racism is taught. What are we teaching our children? The world is fucked up. Hey, okay? The average Black girl, well, white girls too, but let's stick with us. Okay, let's keep it real. The average girl is having a baby at 16, 17, 18, maybe 19 years old, who don't know how to be a mother themselves. There's no more PTA. I was shocked when I saw that Black woman in Upland, California at Pepper Tree Elementary was a member of the PTA. I said they still have that. Parents don't get involved because they at home with shower bonnets and their boyfriends flip-flops. So now you have to teach. If you are on this live and you got nieces and nephews, you better snatch them up now and embrace them and love them and teach them how to skirt through life. You are not going to escape gun violence. Black people will continue to be killed by the police. It's not Al Sharpton's fault. It's not Obama's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It is just life. We were born knowing that you have to be twice as good and 3 times as better as your white counterpart. That was told in every fucking household. You have to skirt around that in your life. There's going to be school shootings. There's going to be the ignorance of the realness of mental illness.
But wait, Jamaica, we're supposed to accept that?
Accept what?
Accept the fact, like I hear what you're saying, because I think what you're
no, you're not. I'm not saying in no way accept it. No,
but you're giving a reality, right?
I'm saying in a reality world, you go. It's like watching your favorite person in the world. Possibly for me, it was my grandmother. Suffer and die of dementia or slip away from you, and you feel helpless. You feel helpless. That's what I'm saying about this situation. The best thing that I could do is try to protect my child. I'm glad I'm smart enough to be able to Google curriculum and some activities to try to homeschool a child the best I could because I'm scared now. It's not safe for them. You put them $100 to $300 tennis shoes and an iPhone in a 12-year-old's hand, he's going to get robbed. Right. So what do you want to do something, but you feel helpless, and it's not always the white man's fault.
Well, no, it's not. No, we have to get up and do for ourselves, but we also have to teach that. Because like you said, we grew up knowing you had to be better than, but that's not taught anymore.
Right. And in addition to that, I think we can't get to a point where we become complacent and feel, what's the word? I guess I don't want to say defeatist, because I think oftentimes when we don't get weary in well-doing. You know what I'm saying? I think oftentimes what happens is that because, we're constantly battling, we're constantly dealing with this. We've been dealing with this for decades, centuries. You know what I'm saying? So it's constant battles. And so at some point, it's like, when do we take a break? When do we get a break? But at the same time, each generation has its responsibility to constantly push and teach. And let the next generation know, hey, this is who you are. This is where we come from. This is what you're supposed to be like. And I think over time, as slow as it's been real slow. It's been real snail-like. Okay, but we are in a very different place than we were in our parents' generation. And so but that's come from the fact that we're pushing and we're using voices, and we have this little device in our hands that allows us to go live and talk about how we're feeling about this, that allows us to go and protest. This ability to organize at some point. And yes, we have problems as a community, but I don't want that to be an issue that we can't, or a situation where that doesn't mean that we cannot continue to go. For example, we're going to talk about it later on, but it's, as far as churches go, we know that there's people out there that are idiots, and we know that there's pastors out there and apostles out there and people out there that take their power and abuse it. But that does not mean that the entire body of the Christian community, the entire Black church, is the problem, or that it doesn't mean that God is the problem. And so I think oftentimes we get to a point that we get so tired and raggedy and feel like, damn, I just got ran through the mud. And yes, it's not all white people, but it's the system that white people have put in place that has caused us to be where we're at. And so I think that's where we need to kind of maintain and still hold on to.
And to your point, because we can both have strong points and they're valid, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but again, where's the fucking accountability? Okay, so what, the white man put up a system. We it's hard for us to come together at a goddamn funeral without somebody fighting. That's what I'm talking about the accountability. You're 100. I can never debate what you just said. That was 100% true.
And I don't want to debate what you just said. And I think two opinions can be true at the same time.
Yeah, it's just hard for us to come together. It's hard for family functions. It's hard to organize and get people involved in breast cancer or whatever your cause is. It's hard to get people to get off their ass to go and buy some Girl Scout cookies to support your niece that's trying to go to college and do something.
Or support your own business.
Yeah, right. Or support your own Black business. We are just a lazy people, and we don't like to take accountability for some of our laziness and the shit that we bring upon ourselves. Accountability is growth. It helps your mental.
Yeah. I mean, I can only push back on what I don't agree with, but I do agree with the fact that we do have a lot of work to do within our own community. And I think all communities have a lot of work to do with their own community. But I think what Kyrie and I have talked about over in, countless times is that the issue is not necessarily that we have to do our own work. It's what happens in our house is going to be something that we need to deal with internally. But at the same time, the house is on a block that has been strategically created to keep us on that block.
Okay, like I'm gonna give you a perfect example to touch on what you was just saying. Again, we think alike. I fucks with you, Laverne and Shirley, both of y'all.
I love
you too. Like you said, the white man had a system set up we knew about the prison system, and they get money for every inmate. We know all this. Mm-hmm. My part with accountability was Black history for me was taught at home. I saw Sojourner Truth in the goddamn book when they gave it to me in February and say, flip through these niggas and pick one. And we always pick the same people: Martin Luther King, James Baldwin, Charles Drew, Frederick Douglass. And you copied, you plagiarized the shit out of that report and turned the shit in and got your grade. Bitch, keep it real. That's what you did. But I saw Mary McLeod Bethune. I didn't know what the fuck she ever did. Or Shirley Chisholm. My grandmother told me about Nina Simone and Leontine Price, and I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Some of that shit is taught at home, but what do we have at home now? A nigga and other 3 kids eating ramen noodles on an iPad, watching Love and Hip Hop and making TikTok videos. Disrespecting every teacher they come across. I see some of them, the shit that them teachers put up with, and a couple of them, I was like, beat the shit out that student. That black man, I know y'all done seen a couple of them. Some ass whoopings are just deserved.
Yeah, I agree. That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation. But speaking of, because we do have to move on, but speaking of protecting our own, I want to talk about Rihanna.
Okay.
Because I know you effing lying. And I want to talk about Rihanna because I had already said my opinion about how I felt about her Super Bowl performance. And I still stand 10 toes down on it. But what I won't do is I won't allow these people having FCC complaints. Let me explain. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show, too sexy for viewers. FCC complaints poured in. Rihanna's halftime performance at the Super Bowl caused a ton of outrage for folks watching on TV. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to where these things are coming from, okay?
Because she touched her pussy and did like this.
Oh, is that why? Because I didn't get it.
You know what? I have watched that Super Bowl performance over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I think she got $1 billion, so she don't care what we think. Secondly, it was an honor for her to do that for free, and she definitely had the catalog. But Rihanna has never been and never tried to be a Beyonce. She's never been a dancer. She puts out music that has a great hook, Umbrella, Ella, and you can't get the shit out of your head, or work. That kind. She makes that kind of music, but it's happy music. Yeah. And she definitely had the catalog. What more did you want from her being pregnant? Everybody was fully clothed. The only thing last night when I watched that performance again last night, every now and then I turn into YouTube junkies. I just get to scrolling and clicking on shit. And I watched it again last night, and that was the first time that I noticed that she took her hand and did on her pussy, and she did like this and went and winked like, bitch, it smell good, and walked away. I know, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, but not only that, it says TMZ obtained the 103 complaints made to the Federal Communications Commission, a U.S. government agency that regulates television, regarding this month's Super Bowl broadcast, and almost all of them had to do with Rihanna's halftime show. One viewer in California now watch this. I want you to know where they're coming from. This was very Southern California. One viewer in California, Southern California, SoCal, even compared Rihanna's set to Kim Petras and Sam Smith's performance, which I don't understand how that happened, at the Grammys, writing, quote, "I don't care what someone worships, but children shouldn't be exposed to pornography. And as an adult, I don't wish to see it. Where has decency gone? How about respect for others and self?" End quote. Another complaint in Utah, one viewer complained, quote, "This year, the halftime show was so indecent, I had to turn off the TV because of the pornographic content. Meanwhile, folks across the country clutched their pearls over the, quote, overtly sexual dancing and song content heavy on sexual content."
What did y'all see?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
How does looking like a ripe Roma tomato dancing with some marshmallows, bitch?
But when it was
wait, no, I need you to go back and grab that visual.
But when it was
A ripe red tomato dancing with puffed marshmallows around her. How? I don't know what you expected from her. For me, let me tell you something about me. It's some bitches you hear about, because I watch a lot of documentaries. I love everybody's document. I don't care if you Clint Eastwood, Jane Fonda, Glenn Close, Judi Dench, Dolly Parton. I love documentaries. Black, I don't give a fuck. I love documentaries. Sometimes people can do one single act of kindness and it touches me in a way that I fuck with you forever. For me, it was Khloe Kardashian. I know people don't like their family, but they never do interviews and talk about nobody bad. When that bitch told James Harden, hold on, I got unfinished business with this married man. I can't just let him die like that. She didn't tell the family that he couldn't come see him. She did what any black woman is supposed to do. So I fuck with her. With Rihanna, when Rihanna said, fuck y'all, Colin Kaepernick is fucked up, and I'm not performing for y'all. So whatever they did and made right for her to come back, she got my vote. It's certain people, like when I saw Jane Fonda, old documentary of her, and that bitch was arrested out there marching with Martin Luther King. Jane Fonda and Jamie Lee Curtis, them bitches, they got me forever.
Listen.
But I don't know what they, but I want to know what they talking like doing when it was happening. And on Twitter, somebody tweeted another satanic ritual happened before our eyes. And I said, man,
I didn't understand that at all.
It's it's three people. I think. It's three people I think would tear the Super Bowl completely apart. Chris Brown, which I know they will never let him do it. He definitely has a catalog, hit after hit after hit after hit.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Missy
Elliott. Yes. She don't need. She would tear that tire and Pink. If they put them some metal poles up, bitch, and let that bitch swing on them silks throughout that goddamn arena and sing live upside down, that would be some groundbreaking shit. Now the fourth thing I was gonna say is one time, just don't have no performers. Let some band get out there, a good black intermixed. I don't give a goddamn if the flamethrower is transgender and two autistic kids is beating the drums. Do something different that's entertaining on the whole field. Yeah. It's not going to cost a lot of production. Some of them battle of the bands, they are fucking entertaining to everybody.
Yes.
If you put the trans out there, now that's going to be controversy.
Yes.
I
agree with you, Jamaica. I think that they should really look at some of the college.
Yeah, something. Don't stick no Mormon choir up there, bitch.
No. Like an HBCU.
Right. You only got 13 minutes, but if you could do the Lion King thing, and you only got 13 minutes, but something different for one year, a good battle of the bands.
But the game is for the men, or people that like sports. So they're gonna do something. They ain't gonna do nothing like that. That'll be
the
great.
halftime show is for us. For people that don't want to see the rest of the game.
Yeah.
That's what the halftime show. The halftime show brings in
the halftime show, especially for the gays.
Yeah, hello.
Well, now you do it for the gays. I want to see an all-star diva lineup.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Shaka Khan, Layla Hathaway.
Yeah.
Throwing Kelly Price. Let's have a show. Jasmine Sullivan. Let's get.
That's another subject. A couple of them bitches done lost it, and y'all won't admit it.
We won't go there.
Don't do it. Do it.
Of course, Rihanna's show was a cakewalk for the FCC compared to another.
Sorry, Shaka Khan.
Compared to another Super Bowl halftime performance. Remember the Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl generated 540,000 complaints. They still talking about that damn thing. I'm really annoyed with that. Let it go, y'all. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
I think now, and unfortunately, publicity sells.
Yeah.
Publicity sells. I come from entertainment. When Kanye got up there and embarrassed the shit out of Taylor Swift, that bitch became the next America's sweetheart after Julia Roberts and Betty White. You can't pay for that kind of fucking publicity, bitch. So every year, it seems like somebody is purposely going to do something. Rihanna, I don't agree with. I didn't see nothing sexual about other than you had to be really tuned in to watch that on replay, and it took me 17 times before I noticed the shit. But I don't every MIA throwing up the fuck you finger when she got out there with Madonna after the titty incident. Every year they complain about something. When Justin Timberlake did the thing in Minnesota, he did the best he could. That's Prince's city. Prince had just died. He can't come to Minneapolis and not give some sort of tribute. I'm sorry he white, and I'm sorry that he laid that on Janet Jackson. But goddamn, enough! You tore him apart for that.
Let it
go.
They
didn't tear him apart. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They didn't do enough. They didn't do enough.
Stay on that. They let him come to the Grammy Awards that year. They told Janet she was banned.
But we're gonna let that go. We gotta move on because we're running out of time.
But one of the divas that you said lost it is the one that took up for Janet. Who was this?
You know,
Angela. It looked like Angela Winbush or Selena Johnson.
Oh my god!
It do like Selena Johnson.
Is that Big Frida?
No, that ain't.
Tracy Morgan. Is that Tracy Morgan?
This is Apostle Monique Hall.
It's that Big Frida.
I don't have no filter. I'm sorry. That's a bad angle, girl. Now, right there, listen. I got to clear my name. She's an apostle. I'm already told I'm going to hell. I want to at least rest comfortably in the room of my choice. Now, listen, Apostle, that wasn't a good picture of you, so that's not fair. Because you see right there, you're a pretty woman. You are a beautiful black woman, queen, and I respect you. But that was not a flattering picture because nobody knew exactly who. They know who you were because he posted the pictures. See, Laverne and Shirley think they slick. But hey, call me. You can help me stop smoking.
Now, let me. Jamaica, you're so stupid. I love you, Jamaica.
You know what I want to see? I want to see the comments underneath this motherfucker when it airs.
You go see it. Trust me, you go see it.
Thais is I'm seeing comments now. Just see Thais. I had to make the shit right.
So Apostle Monique Hall went to New Creation Christian Center this past Sunday to speak as a guest a preacher there. Now, she did something. There's a whole story behind it. If you guys watched the Larry Reed Live episode last night, he talked about it. He went into full length and depth. And I actually just watched it this morning. I also watched Mother Thais's commentary on it as well. So there's a lot going on surrounding this particular situation. Mm-hmm. But before we get into it, I want you guys to see what she did to this young man who happened to be a musician and the son of the pastor of the home church there. Am I correct, Kyrie? Because I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Okay, good. So far so good. So because this was a very last minute story, but I wanted to put it in there so I didn't fully in depth myself in the situation, and it's still unfolding. So this is what happened. Go ahead and take a look.
And she was a last minute.
Wow, that's good. But I will give you 48 hours to repent. My God. 48. My God. 48.
Go around there. Put the other way.
48. Please let me get his name before I leave. I hope y'all are recording this. This makes what I've been speaking true.
Damn. Here we go again.
Yeah, I had to put that in there because I am so tired. I'm so.
But you started it. You started in the middle. You didn't see, but she gave a whole dissertation.
We didn't have time to watch the whole thing. Please.
Okay. We'll get to the point because I'm confused at what I just saw. What did she do?
What she did? She did a message to the musicians saying how you need to be saved, how you need to sit in church and listen to the message. Don't just leave, walk out, go get something to eat. You need to be in the mix of service. So then she asked them to play, and the drummer said no, he didn't want to play for her. So then after that, that's what she goes into. Well, you have 48 hours to repent and pray to God. And in my opinion, it was a curse. But now she come back and saying it wasn't a curse. She was just telling him what God said. Well, girl, if it wasn't a curse, then what's gonna happen if he still say no about repenting?
Okay, well, listen, you Selena Johnson looking bitch. You didn't have no right to say no shit like that. You have to know your position if you're gonna call yourself an apostle. And I meant that shit. I don't fuck with the black church. If you a bishop, I respect you as being a bishop, and I give you that title. I'll come to your house and eat up everything in there, and we can smoke a blunt together. But I don't fuck with the black church. I have gone to a few churches and enjoyed myself, and the service and the choir was wonderful. The Bible is very confusing to me. I grew up in a different type of household. I didn't grow up in a household where my grandmother forced me to go to church. She told me that the Bible was a wonderfully written book of beautiful stories, and there was something named God that was bigger than myself. And there was a story of Jesus Christ, but you'll never get the true story because they done tore the Bible up into the Orthodox, the Jew, the Mormon, the Seventh-day Adventist. It's so many different versions. So live your best life. That's all you can do, because you can't tell me, and this was her words, that Noah built a motherfucking ark on a beach with no Home Depot in sight and got every animal on that bitch, pushed that boat out in that water. I think it's a wonderful story. Well, she said, but ain't no talking snakes and shit.
That's not what this is about. We're not going to litigate the Bible on here. What we're going to litigate, what we're going to talk about is what she did. Okay, and so as an apostle, as somebody who's coming in as a guest pastor, and this is my issue when it comes to some of these preachers, and it's been lately. Lately, it's been a lot of people rebuking Beyonce, Bishop Wooten and his raggedy behind, saying stuff about her, people talking mess about just constant. Nobody was talking.
And this is what about Beyonce,
right? This one wasn't about Beyonce, right? And so, but she had sent a formal apology. She did an iOS press release on IG. Okay, and she says, and I quote, "This platform that the Lord has blessed me with is very dear to my heart, and I don't take it for granted or take things lightly when lives are at hand. I'm humbly grateful for all my family, friends, community, and supporters. On February 19, 2023, I had a speaking engagement at New Creation Christian Center in the absence of Pastor Danielle Williams McCord, and a situation took place where I rebuked the drummer for refusing to play and informing that he had 48 hours to repent for disobedience." There we go. "For the past couple of days, after seeking godly counsel and prayer," yeah, girl, you got told off. "This has influenced my decision to sincerely apologize publicly, as it was not meant as a curse, but more of an open rebuke for disobedience in serving. This was not my intention, and I humbly apologize for how it was interpreted to be a word curse. So at this time, I publicly apologize to Josiah, his family, the Radical Nation Church family, and the thousands of people that this has affected, including Blueprint Church. I love each and every single one of you, and may God bless you with agape love. Dr. Monique Hall."
Ciao.
Sit down, girl, because I don't believe you. I don't believe you because, first of all, this iOS press release is weak. You're not acknowledging what you did wrong, and my issue is not necessarily the fact that you were because after watching and researching what I've seen, Josiah apparently was someone who used to be very vibrant and talk, and then all of a sudden there was another preacher that went to his dad's church and rebuked him very similarly than how this woman did.
That's why she worded it like that and say when lives. I got that tea.
Right.
I'm not going to take issue with any of it. I'm going to say this about it. I have been paid thousands of dollars in my 30 years to create letters like that. If lives were affected, I need to see the emotion in your face, because I have said some brutal shit to somebody and I had to apologize. Thais is one of them. Yeah. I couldn't stand that bitch. I did not like Thais. When people went, and one day somebody called me and said that Thais had shouted me out on his live about something I had read somebody, and rightfully so. And they said, "Well, does she even know why you don't like her?" And I said, "Bitch, probably not." I said, you should call her. And we had a wonderful conversation, and I'm glad I mended that.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm saying that to say I have, but whenever I apologize to somebody, my closing statement is always these words. I hope you receive this message in the spirit in which it's intended.
Yes.
When you say that, they know that you are truly sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been a on camera thing.
And to your point, Jamaica,
you're too smart. And let me tell you something, Black woman, you're too smart of a woman. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all do. And I would forgive you. But I'm just giving my opinion. If you ever see this shit, I'm not going to filter my words.
Well,
you could have put that same outfit on right here I'm looking at and came and did that shit.
On a live.
Well, speaking of some mistakes, wait a minute. In the Rain corrected me. He didn't say no, he didn't want to play. He responded to his mom via text when she said play. But it was also soft, because she did want him to play, and it was soft music when the doors of the church opened. I'm like, I was thinking the same thing. What do you want him to play? That's not the time to be banging on the drums.
So he just wasn't moving fast enough for her?
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't even know if this person had a delay or developmental delay or is autistic or any. I'm not saying that he is. I don't know.
But I think she may have known him. You know, these pastors, you know, everybody know each other.
Yeah, but you don't do that. You don't do that. And oftentimes, what happens is people use the pulpit and bully from the pulpit. And as people who have been, for me personally,
how old is this a grown man? Or this a teenager?
I believe he's a grown man, not grown as in like I think he's in I don't know. Let me actually look.
Grown, whatever. If he's grown, if he is over the age of 18, he should have told her to kiss my entire ass. Because that's what I would have said.
Well, I think he's over 18, but again, I don't.
But you know what? The age doesn't matter. If he's a 36-year-old man, if you are in the church serving the doing Christ's work, whatever your talent is, whether you singing, I don't care if you just the bitch with the white gloves on that walk people to their seat. Whatever your service is to God, it should be blessed. She made a mistake. This is the energy I was talking about earlier. Not you bringing it up brings awareness, because I wasn't aware of it. So now I know who this woman is. My point is the energy that we put in it. What else do you want from her? She gave a fake apology. Now we know I'm not coming to ever buy a ticket to come see you, bitch, because I don't believe you.
That part, and I guess my point in bringing this up is to bring awareness to it, because I think oftentimes when
know what, she could make a coin. They should bottle. She could be a bottle of syrup. She could take over Aunt Jemima in an outfit right there, bitch. I need that in a bottle of syrup.
But I'm looking at this picture real good. It does give big freedom. It's giving big freedom.
It gives you big freedom. It looked like Big Frida had transgender sex with Holiday Hart and Laverne Cox.
Let's not do that. Let's be careful. Let's not do that.
With Wendy Williams' height.
Let's focus back on what she did wrong. And so
what she did wrong was posing that goddamn green skirt I just saw. That's what she did wrong. That badass lighting. One thing about Vivica Fox, if you ever see that bitch and she take a selfie with you, she checks that phone and tell you, delete that. The lighting ain't right. She'll take your phone and do your settings. You'll never see a bad picture of Vivica Fox posted ever.
I love that. I love that.
Now, I think my frustration behind this whole situation, and it's not the fact that there's a couple of frustrations. One of them being that, like you said, Jamaican, you caught it when because you said you used to do this as for a living, write these kind of statements and these press releases and stuff like that. Which I'm so glad that you're on here, because I want to kind of point out some things when it came to this particular quote unquote iOS press release, is that it's not about apologizing, because the issue is you can't tell someone when you debate somebody, it's not about trying to convince your opposing person. It's trying to convince that third party, which is the audience, who is looking at the situation, what is going on, right? So when
it felt like I wrote that. One person that approached me, rest in peace, was Kobe Bryant when his rape thing had happened back those years, and I turned him down. No, I didn't. That's a lie. I didn't turn him down. I was in a torn decision of making a choice because of the sponsorship, and I'm still linked to John Singleton and the studio. So I got to be careful to make sure of who I fuck with on a professional level. And he decided to go public and do what Apostle should have did, and did a visual on camera. Look, I fucked up. This is what happened. Vanessa, forgive me. And they went on and had their beautiful thing going. But that letter looked like some shit I wrote professionally.
Well, I don't think you would have wrote this. I think you would have wrote something better. And here's why I feel that way. Because in this press, I'm being honest. Sorry about it. I think you would have wrote something better. And here's why I say this. Because in this statement, you're not acknowledging that you did something wrong. You're acknowledging that you're responding to the fact that you got caught on camera because you didn't think that people were recording it. And the problem that I have with it is that if you truly were sorry about it, you would have got on a live and you would have had a visual statement, because you only have less than 2,000 followers on IG. You would have got on there and you would have said, "Hey girl, I am so sorry."
But I didn't take this as an apology at all. I
didn't see it.
I'm just explaining myself that I'm sorry that you all thought that I was doing a curse.
Yes,
but
I'm sorry that you felt hurt, girl.
Right, I'm telling you that. Yeah, she didn't apologize.
You didn't apologize.
She said
that's what Oprah Winfrey told Monique.
It's an open rebuke.
No, that's what Oprah Winfrey told Monique at Viola Davis's house when Lupita got nominated. And they had that dinner there, and all the Black Hollywood was Angela Bassett, Lynn Whitfield, Regina King, and Monique asked her, "Mama, I've been trying to call you, girl. We need to talk, girl." Well, Oprah said to her, "If you think I've done anything to hurt you, then I'm sorry. I expect better." That Oprah sounds like that letter.
But see, but Oprah, I said from the very beginning, I said Oprah's not gonna apologize. Oprah is an Aquarius, true to the bone. That woman's not gonna apologize to you. No, you hang that up. And I'm just saying.
And listen, I can never take away that I was an Oprah fan. But like I gave props to Rihanna, and you can do that one thing to credit yourself with me. You can do one thing to fuck up. And you fucked up. Monique is one of my best friends. And what you did and fucked up and told her on the phone that she did nothing wrong and turn around and join in on that shit, it just wasn't right. So therefore, God bless you, sis. And I still fuck with you on some of your interviews. If you interviewing somebody in your backyard that I find interesting, I don't hate you, Oprah, but I'm that's fucked up.
Oprah showed her true color when you invite
the mogul that you are. That apology cost you nothing, bitch. James Fry came on your show and embarrassed you in front of the world, bitch, over their million little pieces. And on your 25th anniversary, you found it in your heart to invite that same man back to your motherfucking show and hugged him afterwards, bitch. And you couldn't call your black fat sister who you cried with on the phone about y'all same molestation issues, bitch. And you couldn't think enough to pick up the phone and call my sister. That you are worthless. That was. I'm not going to be disrespectful and call you a worthless, classless bitch. But what that was a worthless, classless act from a beautiful black bitch who I respect. Now that is what I said.
And just like that, and mentioned, said so that, and just like that. Speaking of another worthless situation that went down, going into what she did today on Sunday to that young man. I want to get into the comments because Anastasia said something very, very powerful. That is the reason why teenagers right now is not in church, because of things like this. And this is what I was talking about on Wednesday's show, about safe spaces and about how people will sit there and why it's so important for people to protect their what I said this on Wednesday, and I'm gonna say it again. One of the reasons, there's many reasons why I respect Tyrese Jackson, but one of the reasons why I respect Tyrese Jackson is because what I have seen, because a lot of people can tell you stuff, a lot of people can teach you stuff through words, but I look at actions, and one of the actions that I have seen with Tyrese is that he protects the Ty Squad. And I did not see any protection from this woman who, because at the end of the day, whether you're a guest or not, you have a responsibility to protect that space.
You know what? I have a question.
Hold on, Jamaica. Okay. I just want to finish part, because you have a responsibility as a leader, as someone who is coming in to as a spiritual leader, and you're an apostle. You're supposed to come in there and protect the space that was there. Even if you're a guest, you're not a guest, that's not your church or whatever, but you came in as a guest. So that person who is over that church gave you the responsibility to protect that space. And you decided to be a whole asshole. And that's not cool. And so at the end of the day, my issue is, this is why people are having issues with churches, because people are using their pulpits to sit there and use it as their social media. Like it's I'm just going to go ahead and spew out what's wrong with me today, instead of actually teaching. And people are using the pulpit as a bullying space. People are using the pulpit as a space to go ahead and make their money and use their agenda. That's my problem with this. And she's one of them. And so, yes, she may only have 2,000 IG followers, and she thought that maybe this was an opportunity for her to get big and bold. But this is not going to look good on you because of what you did to that young man. You don't know what people are going through. The church is supposed to be a spiritual hospital, and people are treating it like it's a damn club.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
It's gonna piss some people off.
I mean, that's why we brought you on, Jamaica.
But all I can do is apologize and hope that you take that apology in the spirit in which I intended.
Go ahead, Jamaica.
What is church for? What? Because I see people go, and for me, and I'm just being Jamaica Detroit honest, it's a temporary band-aid of aspirational feel-good to take my mind away from my troubles for 3 hours. After that, life is still fucked up. Like, so what? I enjoy the music, love Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, I love gospel music. But what is scripture? What is it? What is it for?
Are you asking?
Yes, I don't get it. I don't get church at all.
Church is supposed to be you coming together, you all believe in the same God, and you coming together to worship. So you're supposed to enter to worship, and you're supposed to depart to serve. That's the old school saying. But that's what church is for, to worship God.
But why would I want to attend a church and I don't see nobody living by that book? That's why I'm confused.
Now that in and of itself is the question of the year, because let me explain something to you. For me personally, I consider myself Christian. I walk my best to be the best Christian that I can possibly be. I continue to read my Bible. I continue to worship the Lord and to continue to walk in how He in my relationship with Him, how He wants me to walk and sees fit. However, one of the issues that I'm seeing, and to answer your question, Jamaica, what the church is supposed to be, in my opinion, and also what I've researched in the Bible, it's supposed to be a space for you to worship and commune with God. It is not a space for you to sit there and bicker. It is not a space for you to sit there what, Just Dominic? No, Just Dominic just said it better. The church is supposedly for feeding the poor and taking care of the widows. All the rest is man-made. Absolutely, because the church is supposed to be there to help the community and spread the word on the gospel.
Please close that door.
What's your door at?
Say again?
What church is doing that?
There's a lot of churches that are doing that, but that's not. But they're not the ones being publicized. People are going to the churches to wear their best dress, to wear their good Sundays best, and they're focusing on how they look and how others look. Like I said, it's become a club. It's an after party. But the problem is that what church is supposed to be is a spiritual hospital. Everybody's got problems. You got problems, Kyrie. Jamaica, Detroit got problems in his own way. Kwame Corbett has problems in his own way. Everybody has problems. There's not one person on this thread that can sit there and say that they are Christ, that they are just as good as Jesus Christ. We are supposed to be walking towards the light.
However, for me, the only thing that I have chosen in my life is I don't know what it is to be a Christian. So to tell you, sit on this phone, sit up here and tell you, I don't know the difference between a Baptist or Kojic. I don't know. And what I was taught. There's a God. I don't know if there's a Jesus, but there's some energy bigger than you. The best thing you can do, Jamaica, is live your best life. Be you, be authentic, check. Be kind to elderly, women, children, and your straight counterpart, and you'll go far in life. That's all I can do. I don't know if there's a heaven or a hell. I don't think there is. I think you just go the fuck to sleep. But if there is a heaven, I'm hoping that I am welcomed if the church can give the funeral for the killer and the crip and the rapist and the gangbanger. I'm sure I suck some dick. I can get in there too. Or me and Jesus I'm going to take back the compliment on his sandals and his robe, and we're going to have a problem at them gates because I know it's some bitches back there where I should be in. Yeah, come on, Jesus. Come on.
So I don't want to, because I think everyone has their own personal journey spiritually. Like I've chosen to
because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know how to pray.
No, so, that's fine. That's fine.
No. But what I do is I call, like Reverend Frida is one of the people that I'll call, and I say, I need your ear. And she'll pray for me, and I'll be on the other end, and I'll cry, and I'll get the cleansing because I'm admitting I don't know about the church. I don't know about the Bible. I like gospel music.
You just said something that
when I know that me going through AIDS and cancer, I know that God exists. But what I know the power of prayer to be is those people that pray, because I've never gotten down on my knees and said, "Dear God, it's me, Margaret." I've never done that. So I know that the other people like Michelle Holly or the Thai Squad, who was very supportive when I went through that, including all of those people who inboxed me and told me how my story influenced them, those prayers helped me. So I'll never discount the God. The church, it's okay for me to have an opinion. The church confuses me.
I know there's nothing wrong with that at all, Jamaica. I think first of all, a lot of the things that you said is actually in the Bible. So like, you calling up your reverend, your pastor, the person that you're covering, covered you. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to. When I'm stressed out, I call my co-pastor, I call my bishop. You know what I'm saying? So when I need a spiritual, a moment, I call them. So my frustration behind what's going on with this woman over here is that you took an opportunity and you forgot that you are responsible for protecting the people spiritually within that space. Because if you truly were using discernment, if you truly were connected with what God was telling you, if the spirit was really in there, you would have known that young man would have had, or not even known, your spirit would have told you, hey, chill out. Don't say anything because this person has gone through something or has been church hurt or has been hurt in the past by another preacher. And has gotten him to the point where he doesn't want to speak. So my whole purpose in saying all of that, it's not about you knowing the walk of Christ. It's not about you knowing whether or not you're supposed to what's going on in the Bible. It's about having basic human decency at the end of the black day, and that's my frustration.
Can we stop talking about her?
Normally that's
no. I'm dead ass serious right now. I mean, because I'm enjoying the time here, but can we just stop talking? She's here. I'm sitting here getting a yeast infection.
But I think that here's what I think.
I almost lit this bitch on the wrong end.
I think she did what she did because she knows his parents. She knows his people. So I think that's why she went a little bit extra. Sometimes pastors do stuff like that.
What do you mean, Pat? Oh, you mean she knew him?
Because she was called in to come preach because some other preacher who was supposed to come in couldn't make it. They called her last minute because that's their girl. This is my friend. That's like you calling me, hey Kyrie, come and host Kwame Speaks because I can't make it tonight, blah blah blah. And you trust me with it. And here I come on Kwame Speaks acting a damn fool.
But that's my issue. If I knew you, I should, and you knew me, you should know how my show operates or my space operates. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only issue.
Which leads me to this question. Mm-hmm. If you suck somebody's dick and then find out they're a pastor, do you supposed to stop sucking it?
No.
I believe.
I'll say no.
You're hilarious.
I ain't people on behalf of me. I was people on behalf of me. No, because they knew there was a pastor when we got here.
Oh.
So they ain't got nothing to do with me. That's him and his calling. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm here to have a good time, kick it.
All right, y'all. I think we're done for today. We have went at length. And we do not have time to finish up the rest of the show, but I want to thank Jamaica. Oh, actually, no, hold on one second. I do have to do this. This is something that we have to do. I apologize. Okay. You guys know that we do Black History Month. We are almost done with Black History Month, and so we want to make sure that
if you show that skirt again, I will delete and block you.
No, we're not showing that. That was not a part of Black History. Praise God. And Moment to Love, we definitely will be bringing back.
That skirt is just as confusing as Dorothy Zbornak's wardrobe on the Golden Girls.
You are not disrespecting.
I said it. Fight me, bitch.
Well, someone who does not have a green skirt like that, we want to thank Phil Wilson, who is a prominent African-American HIV and AIDS activist. Wilson founded the Black AIDS Institute in 1999, in part inspired by the death of his partner from an HIV-related illness and his own HIV diagnosis. In 2010, Wilson was appointed to President Obama's Advisory Council on HIV and AIDS. Wilson also served as a World AIDS Summit delegate and advocated for the Center for Disease Control and Prevention to provide additional funding to Black groups so they would have the resources to educate and mobilize their community around HIV and AIDS issues. His work resulted in the, quote, Act Against AIDS campaign, now known as the Let's Stop HIV Together campaign, which promoted HIV testing, prevention, and treatment. We want to thank this king right here. He is still alive and he is still working well and still running things in with the Black AIDS Institute. Shout out to BAI. But we want to thank Phil Wilson for all of the amazing work that he has done and the work that he's continuing to do on a daily basis. And allowing space.
Still handsome. Hey, Phil.
Oh, that was an old picture. This is him now.
He's still. Yeah,
he can still get it.
Exactly.
Throw, baby.
But thank you, Phil Wilson, for being a part of Black history and continuing to be who you are. We appreciate you and all the things that you do. Did we miss anything? I think we're good. I think Jamaica has let us know all his feelings.
The people in the comment section are saying they need a part 2 with Jamaica.
Yes, we definitely got to bring you back on Jamaica. We may have to start a Pyro Power Hour after dark because I don't know if people can take this early in the damn morning.
Anytime Laverne and Shirley calls, Wiggy will be there.
I appreciate you, Jamaica. Give the audience a quick let where people can find you, what projects you got going on, and all your jazz.
My projects are just confusing because it's entertainment, and I'm booking celebrity appearances for a couple of Black expos, a couple of Black panels. I'm doing budgets for the Essence Fest, so those are like private projects. As far as seeing me on camera, that's not my life. Baby Boy is where it's at. I'm okay with my light shining here and letting T.S. Madison and the Todrick Halls and the Milan Christopher, do y'all thing. It's a bag out there for all of us. I don't hate on nobody. I don't hate on none of them children. Do your thing. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. So that's what's going on with me. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Maddie in the Morning show probably in March 23rd. I'm gonna be out there, so I'm gonna try to drag Monique with me, and we're gonna light it up that morning. So I'll make sure I post it.
On that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we are hoot together. If you ever catch, let me give you my handles. So everything is Jamaica Jatoy. Facebook is Jamaica Jatoy. Instagram is Jamaica, but I just the underscore Jatoy. You gonna see my face. Twitter is I'm never really on Twitter. There's too much porn on Twitter for me, but I'm at Jamaica Jatoy on Twitter.
All right,
so everything is just Jamaica Jatoy. Cash app, bitch, is Jamaica Jatoy. It used to be Section 8 ho until they emailed me and say, "Girl, what are you doing?
What are you doing, girl?
You can't call yourself that, and you got $8,000 sitting in this motherfucking account. If you don't change your name, faggot."
Oh my God. Listen, we are not responsible for what Jamaica Jatoy says or comes out of his mouth.
They wasn't gonna lock my ass up like they did Big Frida, bitch. You up here on Section 8 paying $38 in New Orleans doing tours on Formation with Beyonce over in Belgium, bitch. They locked her big ass up. You want the man side or the woman side? We respect you. We fuck with you, Queen of Outs.
Baby, mama got up out that mess up.
Mama got up out there and went on that Instagram post. She was in tears. My heart broke for her because she was off parole. She had that house arrest. Yes, they locked her ass up.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, our huge thanks to the legendary Jamaica Jatoy.
Well, I had fun. I hope you guys, it was for 9 o'clock in the morning. It was very high energy, and I keep this energy. I'm going to finish this blunt, and I may sip some Crown Royal because I haven't. Fuck the time. I haven't been to bed yet, honey. Grow up.
That's like you on 20.
Right. Listen, I had some black tea, but this whole morning when you Jamaican
baby, it's been raining out here. This is the weather where you just suck a dick like it's court ordered.
Help us, Jesus. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out us on Monday at 9 a.m. right here on Pyro Power Media Network. And just to let you guys know, in March, we will give you the details. Stay tuned. Follow us on the social media, on all social medias, and we'll let you know. But we are adding an additional show to Pyro Power Hour, but it's going to be in the evening. And we're going to be doing reviews, and it's going to be on Tuesday. We'll let you know the time once Kyrie and I have our little meeting and lock that in. We'll let you know the time we're going to be doing reviews on reality shows. So definitely check us out and support. Definitely support Jamaica Jatoy on all the things that he's got going on. Follow. If you're not following, if you're not following Jamaica Jatoy, I don't know what's going on in your life, y'all. Figure it out.
I'll spice your life up, bitch. Okay. I take questions, inboxes. You can ask me anything, bitch.
Well, thank you so much, you guys.
And if you're female, have your panty liner.
Oh my Jesus. You guys, thank you guys so much for joining. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Create a great weekend, you guys. We made it.
Everyone enjoy your weekend.
This was a rough week, and so we thank you guys for hanging in there. You know how we do. We have to keep it going. These bills got to get paid, so we got to keep them marching, right? So we got to wake up and do the same thing every day all over again. Keep going, keep glowing. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all. Love you.